Shalom. Sawu. So, I'm doing this video because I'm trying to find out if this happened to anybody else last night. So last night I was woke up out of my sleep around 2:30 at night in the morning. And my alarm goes off at 3:48 for me to pray. So around that time, I get awoken out of my sleep, right? And I was stuck because I'm trying to put this away where I don't give it away to you, but then try to explain it too. I'll put it this way: whatever was going on, it made me go to the door and look outside, like look out back in the driveway. So I'm looking both ways. Y'all know where y'all see me do the video at. It's a driveway. So I'm looking up the road, up that way, down the other way, looking up in the sky and everything. Then I run upstairs and I go out front and I'm looking around. So when I come back down and I'm sitting, I'm standing there looking crazy, I sit down and now I'm about to tell you what's happening. So at that time I get awoken by a voice, but it's not somebody talking to me, it's somebody talking, right? And then I start hearing marching in my head. Like I'm talking about a lot. It sounds like an army coming. Joom, joom, joom. This is what it's like marching in my head. This is what I hear. And first I thought, I thought something was going on outside because it was loud. But it sounded like it was from a distance, but it wasn't. I don't even know how to explain this. And that's what made me run to the back door, because I'm like, what the hell was going on? You know what I'm saying? I thought they was, trying to round us up. You know what I mean? Something like that. And I kept hearing this man. But you could tell he was like far away, but he was saying something loud. Like he was saying it like, I don't know what he was saying, but he was saying something, and you just kept hearing this marching. So first I thought it was a beat, like doom, 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 like that. But then after I sat down for a minute, because I thought I was crazy, because it kind of like faded away a little bit, and then it just started coming back. So I'm thinking I'm crazy, right? So I'm sitting there and I said, let me just listen, right? So I sit down and I really start listening, and it gets loud. In my mind, though, I know it was in my mind, and you hear boom, boom, boom. It sounded like people marching. It sounded like a bunch of soldiers marching, right? And you can hear somebody's calling out orders or saying something, right? And he was loud, but I just couldn't understand what he was saying, because the marching or the beat or whatever it was marching though. That kind of took over what he was saying. And I'm like, yo. And I mean, this went on for at least an hour. No, about 30 to 40 minutes. Because I started like getting tired, because, initially, when you hear something, it kind of scared you, or had you, kind of like, what's going on? But then, as I just kept listening to it, I kind of got used to it, and I kind of just dozed off and went back to sleep, like which was weird, because I don't know how that happened. But yeah, man, I mean, I was like, what in the world is going on? Like, and I want to know, was I the only one that heard that last night? Did anybody else hear that? Did anything like that happen to anybody last night? Did you hear something? Did you see something? Did you have a crazy dream? Because that's not something that just I never have nothing like that ever happen. I've never sat up physically and heard something in my mind where it sounds like a army marching. It sounded like it was millions of people coming. It was loud, and it was so crazy, because whatever it was, you can hear it when they was marching. it started like faintly, and it started getting louder, and it seemed like they were getting closer. So that's what made me run to the door, because it sounded like they was away, and they started getting closer. So I'm like, what? You know what I mean? And that's what I was doing. I was checking to make sure, you know. And I'm like, what? Wow, this is crazy. I hate when you see this. They get on the expressway and they do 2 miles per hour, and they know people are driving 55 miles per hour, but you get on here and you're doing 20 and 15 miles per hour like you're not going to cause an accident. I don't understand people that do that. I don't get that. You're going to get on it. If you merge onto the expressway, try to match the speed that the people are driving at. Because he was doing 35 miles per hour. He merged onto an expressway. Now, y'all seen how I just came up on him, because he's still driving slow. Like, I don't understand people that do that. That's just how you get your car ran all up in. People is crazy, man. Like, they just don't care. And, you know, I ain't trying to sound racist, but it's usually the foreign people that do it. Like the Africans, mostly Africans. They'll get on the expressway and do 1 mile. They won't even be moving. Oh, and don't go, like, in Philly, if you go down, like, Southwest, like, they took over the whole Southwest, right? The whole Southwest Philly, especially, like, around 63rd Street, 65th, 66th, 68th, 70th, like, around Woodland and all that. It's Africans everywhere. And if you got somewhere you trying to go, and they driving, you ain't gonna get there, because they drive so slow. And some of them, you can tell that one of their family members or somebody they know working at the DMV, and they just passing them, because most of these people cannot drive. Like, I was behind this woman one time, and man, it took her at least a minute to turn the corner. At least a minute. Like, it was ridiculous. And it was so bad, like, the cop stopped there and was like, you know, he like stood in front of a car, and he was like, where your license at? And she showed it to him, and he was like, there's no way you got a license, you can't turn this corner. Like, she could not turn that corner, y'all. I mean, it was crazy. I'm like, wow. Yeah, and they all over the place, man. Listen, you're not gonna get no parking, because they buy 10 and 15 cars and park them on the block. It's like everything is in bulk. You know what I mean? Like, don't have nothing on your porch and it ain't chained down, because they will take it. Yes, they will. They will come right up on your property and take your stuff, and then act like they don't know what you're saying. Yeah, they good for that. And like, I remember one time, right, I was pulled up at a gas station. This is back in the day when, like, well, some years back, but this is when I was, you know, another person. And you know how you pull into the pump, but you're joined on the wrong side, so you go to spin around. So I spin the truck around. I was driving a Magnum. So I spin the Magnum around. I had a Magnum, and I was backing up. So I'm almost at, you know, right there, backing up, and this African dude whipped right into the jump, like, and then, like, he jumped out the car and act like he ain't see me, like, right there, backing up to the jump. So I run up on him, and I'm like, you know, what's up? Like, you ain't see me backing up to that pump? And he just, like, say something to me. Well, I went over there and I bust his windows out. I stabbed his tires. I kicked dents in all his doors and everything. Like, he had me so mad, right? Because I'm telling him, I told him to move his car. I said, because, you know, back in the, like, some of them not like that, but I had a thing with them. I used to really had a problem with them, and I used to call them ignorant and rude, because it was like, when it came to us, they had no respect for us at all. You know what I'm saying? They used to call us names and stuff, and we jump on them. You know what I mean? But so he, I mean, one dude called me a cotton picker before too. But the one guy. So when I tell him to move his car, because, you know, he seen me backing up, he told me, like, get the fuck out of his face, right? So, and I was like, when he said it, he was like going in the gas station. So I said, bring your ass outside. And he wouldn't, like, come outside. So I said, oh, you ain't gonna come outside? And I went over there and I kicked a big ass dent right in his driver's side door. Then I went and bust his windshield, I bust his lights. Like, I was mad as I don't know what. And then I thought about it and said, oh God, I gotta go. I can't get no gas now. And I was on E. Like, I was on the red line, you know what I mean? And that right there, that told me, I said, oh, I gotta get control of myself, because that was stupid. You know what I'm saying? Number one, I'm on camera vandalizing this man's car. I'm being violent to him, and then I'm telling him to come outside like it ain't cameras outside. So I didn't want to go in the store and do anything to him, right? So I tell him to come outside, because I know it's cameras in the store, but my simple behind didn't even pay attention there was cameras outside, right? So yeah, man, and you know, I'm lucky I ain't get caught up, you know. But yeah, I used to be on some crazy stuff back in the day. But yeah, man, I don't know, y'all might want to try to find out what's going on, like, or did somebody else had that experience? Because I mean, it wasn't scary. I wasn't scared at all. I was just like, wow, you know what I mean? And I want to know what that was about, because that's definitely something, you know what I'm saying? So I need to know, you know. So if anybody had that situation occur, please let me know, or anything, I don't care what it is, because usually, you know, it ain't just one of us that get the whole message. It's several of us, you know what I'm saying? And everybody get a part. And our problem is we supposed to be bringing the pieces together, because I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I was gonna do a video and show y'all, but I don't know why I ain't do it. I think I was tired or something from work. But so remember the dream I had about the chariots coming and shooting like this lava out, and it like absorbing and whatever it covers, it decimates. It's not there no more. It just be the shadow. So how about on TikTok, it's a white guy that had a dream, something like the one I had, and he was talking about them shooting lava, some type of lava or something out, and it would like just disintegrate whatever it covered and stuff. And I was gonna show y'all, like, wow, look, I told y'all. So listen, and it's probably somebody that did have a dream something like that, and then it was another person that had a dream about what I was talking about, like the crystal like looking crafts where they look like some type of crystal or something. Like I don't know, it was a weird, I don't even know that was crystal, I don't know, but it was like beautiful. It was a beautiful glass something, I think it was glass, it might have been water, I don't know, but it was real pretty. You know what I mean? It was a really, 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 really beautiful sight, and it looked at like it's formed like crystals. But you know what I mean? So it was another guy. He had a dream, and he was talking about the same thing. You know what I mean? And this was a brother. So listen, man. Listen, I'm just telling y'all, man. You having these dreams, or you I guess you can call that a vision. I don't know, or I don't know what you can call what I just had. I just heard it. So, and there's other of us that are having the same thing. So we need to start speaking up about it, y'all. And don't let nobody tell you the Creator ain't sending you dreams or anything, because he clearly tell you that he's gonna, the young men are gonna dream, prophesy and dream dreams or something like. Well, I know that. I think it's the elders that's going to dream dreams, and the young men are going to prophesy something like that. But so he clearly tell you that that's going to happen. And I've had people get up there tell me, he not doing that. And my thing is this, like, you know, it's just like on TikTok, this girl got up there, she on there, she a little young girl, and she was calling the Creator Jehovah. So I wanted to, you know, correct her and let her know that, you know, the letter J is not even a real letter. That was invented. They invented that letter, right? And she got so nasty with me, y'all. She told me, I think, she said, y'all men think y'all know everything. Like, she went in on me, right? So when I responded back to her, I told her she's very rude, and she has a nasty demeanor. You know what I mean? And she told about, she said, if you ain't righteous, you can't judge me. And I'm like, what the hell? So, you know, I just told her, I said, listen, you got so defensive with me when I was just showing you something that's it's proven. You can look it up. You know what I'm saying? I said I was just showing you something, trying to let you know that you're using a letter that doesn't even exist. You know what I mean? And I said you just went south on me. And she like, yeah, you men, y'all think y'all that. I said, what do you have a problem with men? You know, and I just told her, I said, well, you know, I hope the Creator help you with that little temporary problem you got. I said, because if you have a hatred for your people, he's not going to save you. He's not going to deal with you at all. So I said, you need to like get that off of you, because that's not a good thing to have when you hate your own men. The men are going to be the ones that save your ass. You know what I mean? The men are going to be one that the Creator's going to have out there fighting. You know? So just think about that. And I don't know. Like, she just was so nasty to me. You know? Yep. So, anybody, y'all got any information on that, let me know, please. Alright, you guys. Shalom.